Hi everyone, Aaron Singleton here, and I would like to share with you a fantastic journey. This year, we are in 2024. This year, come December, I will be leading a trip to Egypt. Now, I won't be alone. I've got Claudia Sanchez. She will be my partner on this trip, giving her intuitive insight, her fantastic channeling abilities, and we hope to make this a trip to remember for all of you. But I'd like to share a little bit about my previous trips to kind of give you a little nugget, a little inspiration as to why you may want to go with us on this trip. In 1998, my first trip, I was given the insights, the downloads of how to put together essential oils for healing. And from that created shock ease, to get the shock out of the body from physical and emotional traumas and shocks. Formulas to help release the emotions, fear, anger, sadness, guilt, things of that nature. Also had a really, really powerful dream where I was shown how to build a net neutral ion generator. Now that generator takes the positive and negative ions from the air, the same ones we breathe, and it allowed me, and still does allow me, to put those frequencies into especially some of the brass products that I create and sell, but also into some crystals. And really fantastic tool. Didn't know what I was doing, but I trusted. I did all of the let's say the drawings and everything down to like 1/100th of an inch tolerances that I needed to take to the machine shop to have the generator built. And spent a lot of money and didn't know what I was getting. But now that I've had it for all these years, it's like, it's fantastic. All right, so then my next trip, which was 2006, well, I started looking at positions on the walls, on the papyruses, positions that people were in, where their hands were, how their body was turned. And I discovered that by simply taking your hand, putting it above your thigh, maybe 5 or 6 inches as you're sitting, you could balance your chakras. You actually have to feel where it needs to be, but you could balance your chakras. And when you're looking at papyruses that have stick figures, you'll see some of them lined up going into a temple, and they all have their hand out in front of their thigh, because you cannot enter the temple if your chakras aren't balanced. Well, I hand sketched probably 35 different positions, and am in the process of getting some of those photographed, me and my Egyptian Galabea and other outfits I'll put on. But I want to get those done finally so that we can share that experience. It's been a few years. I was also back in Egypt in 2008, had more of the hand positions come to me then. And then in 2009, that trip was just so phenomenal. I actually learned how to work with geometry and numbers and shapes, and created what is now known as BioMorphic Geometry. So some of my fantastic tools, the balance cards, the divine blueprint cards, the acoustic wave, all of these things were the result of that 2009 trip. And I'm telling you this because, you know, my trip that I am co-leading with Claudia this December, it's all about exactly that. Going back home and finding things that, let's say, are lost, but they are not lost because they are in consciousness, but we just need to be at the right place, the right time. and they become downloads of information. So we would like to help you download as much information as you're capable of handling and bring it back and see what you can create. Now, one of the fantastic creations is the ability to create a vortex no matter where you are. Now, a down vortex can help reduce stress, pull it right on down and out of the body. An up vortex can help open up the upper chakras and just kind of clear your head. So I'm going to share that with you right now. If you're watching this video, just take a breath, kind of clear your head for a second. You can be sitting or standing, doesn't matter. I'm going to create a down vortex right where you are. All right, pause for a moment. See if you can feel a gentle pull starting in your feet, maybe working its way up your legs, and just pulling stress and tension out. But if we're going to do that, why not create the up vortex at the same time? So now we go to the upper. Go to the upper chakras, even the chakras outside of the body. And we create a vortex. Kind of like a string attached to your head, your crown, kind of straightening your body and lifting. So now we have the down and the up working together. Breathe, feel, pay attention. These are all powerful things. As we learn them, we find that we don't necessarily need tools, we just need the knowing. So all of the tools that have come to me since that very first trip are powerful tools. But our consciousness, our ability to work beyond the physical is the most powerful gift that I have been given in all of these trips. I don't know if I'll be going back, but I know that if you are with me this December, I am going to go out of my way to share with you everything I know and to help you open the part of your consciousness that will allow you to awaken to your spiritual gifts, to your tools that you may make, to your books that you may write. Now that you've had a little time, check in with that vortex, pulling down, pulling up. You reach a point where it just kind of like settles. Some of you may be there already. Some of you are about to go there. Breathe out the stress, tension. So the chaos that's in your head, the stress that's in your body, breathe it out, let it go. You know, a few videos ago, I did a thing about remembering the old ways. And for some of you, got some great comments, because it is about remembering the old ways. It's remembering not just the old ways, but everything, being connected with everything. You may be going down the Nile on the boat, have past life connections with other people on the boat that are part of the group. You may come out of a temple and break down in tears, or you may be in the temple and break down in tears, because you're remembering what it looked like when it was new, when it was grand, when all the paint was fresh, and all of the people that came and celebrated. You may have been one of them in more than one occasion. That's what this trip is about, reconnecting you to Egypt. And I hope you will join me. It's going to be grand.